Hi, and welcome to Dave's NFL Picks Week 12. So, last week the DEA conducted a bunch of surprise raids on NFL team medical staffs in light of the rampant misuse of prescription drugs among NFL players. Basically, if you're a player for, let's say, the Cowboys, and you're in New York to play the Giants, you just call up the Giants team doctor and say, "Hey doc, it's me, Jerome, Cowboys middle linebacker." "Yeah, the guy with the big head." "Yeah, we're playing you today. Anyway, can you give me something for rectal bleeding, hair loss, vomiting, skin tumors, and memory loss?" And the Giants team doctor will email you a prescription right to your hotel room, sight unseen. A few years ago, one of the Saints' coaches was caught red-handed grabbing handfuls of prescription drugs from the team medical dispensary, presumably to give to the players, or to sell on the street, or both, who knows. When I did the movie Police Academy 3, Bubba Smith told me point blank that when he lined up in a game for the Baltimore Colts, players on both sides of the ball had eyes that were completely bloodshot from all the uppers they were on. I mean, this has been going on since 1968. Probably earlier than that. Probably since forever. But hey, it's a huge distraction from all the Ray Rice nonsense. Right, NFL? For the record, my picks this week are based entirely on research and a couple of handfuls of Oxycontin. Kansas City at Oakland. Former Kansas City tight end Tony Gonzalez said that when the Chiefs played in Oakland, fans used to throw batteries at him. And no, they do not count as receptions. Kansas City by 6. Cleveland at Atlanta. Remember when Cleveland was so excited that LeBron was coming back to play for the Cavs and the Browns were winning all those games? Well, the Cavs are mediocre and the Browns flat out stink. Welcome back to reality, Cleveland. Atlanta by 2. New York Jets at Buffalo. This week, Buffalo got dumped with 40 inches of snow. That's about the number of fans that will be in the stands to see this game, if they can see it at all. Buffalo by 40 inches. Tampa Bay at Chicago. Jay Cutler's completion rate is 96%. Of course, those are all throws to opposing teams. Chicago by 4. Cincinnati at Houston. Last week, J.J. Watt had a touchdown, a sack, about 12 tackles. He delivered a baby on the sidelines during a timeout. He defused a terrorist bomb in the tunnel at halftime. And he won the Nobel Peace Prize for biogenetic engineering during the third quarter. Is there anything this guy can't do? Cincinnati by 2. Jacksonville at Indianapolis. The AFC South is the worst division in football. Just like Otto Schnauzer and Strudelfräuleins were the worst division in Nazi Germany. Indianapolis by 5. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Green Bay at Minnesota. So, Roger Goodell has refused to reinstate Adrian Peterson because he was violating the personal conduct policy. Wow, that's a switch. Get it? Adrian Peterson? Switch? Never mind. Green Bay by 867. Detroit at New England. 3 things make me sick: ISIS, Ebola, and the thought of New England winning another Super Bowl. Well, guess what? They're all happening right before our very eyes. New England by 7. Tennessee at Philadelphia. Philly fans were so excited that Mark Sanchez was replacing injured quarterback Nick Foles until they realized he was Mark Sanchez. Philly by 3. St. Louis at San Diego. Philip Rivers is practicing for this game and preparing by practicing face plants in the Qualcomm Park parking lot. St. Louis by 1. Arizona at Seattle. Nobody was more upset about Carson Palmer not being able to finish out the year because of a torn ACL than his 14 great-grandchildren. Arizona by 1. Miami at Denver. Denver was just horrible last week. On the plus side, pot sales in Colorado were up 160%. Denver by 6. Washington at San Francisco. RG3's new nickname is Ferdinand Magellan because he's fallen off the face of the earth. San Francisco by 7. Dallas at the New York Giants. Hey Doc, it's me, Jerome. Cowboys middle linebacker? Yeah, the guy with the big head. Yeah, we're playing you today. Anyway, can you give me something for rectal bleeding, hair loss, vomiting, skin tumors, and memory loss? Dallas by 6. And finally, Baltimore at New Orleans. There hasn't been as big a disaster in Louisiana, like the Saints losing 2 straight home games, since Governor Huey Long. Baltimore by 2. Those are my picks. We'll see you next week.